Greetings, fellow beings. My main concern before watching the movie is for it not to make the universe or the story for the main characters worse. I love this series from the bottom of my heart and I would hate to see it get worse. I've already watched Korra and it's enough of pain that I had to deal with. So please, don't make it worse. And you're the Avatar. Just put out the fire from the arrow, create a vacuum around it or do something. Do not let the goddamn arrow destroy the buildings that you value so much. Are you kidding me? You're the Avatar, do something. By the way, there is no chance that an arrow, a single arrow, would destroy a building of that size so easily. How? Even though the recap of the series didn't take that long, I'm not sure should have been it here in the first place. I get it that it is for the new audience who haven't watched the original series, but Kung Fu Panda 4 also targeted the new audience instead of giving back to us, to the fans. I also kind of wish the whole narrative was told by Katara. That was her thing in the series. I get it, it is the Aang movie, it is about him, his name is on the title of the movie, but still that was Katara's thing, so why Aang is doing the majority of the narrative reading? Why? It's nice to see the cabbage merchant here. Katara and Aang kissing. I really like the animations. The fighting scene in the beginning was cool as well, but what's wrong with Aang's head? Is it because he's bald and it looks a bit weird? Everyone's head looks decent, but not Aang's. Why are you bald? What's wrong with your head? With the shape of it? I like how much Katara is hugging Aang. I would hug both of you great human beings. Come here. I'm glad to see that Aang is hanging out with another airbender. That's really cool. But I have a feeling that he might be an evil guy. And yeah, he is an evil guy. That's so obvious, bro. So obvious. How did the Denied have so much resources to be able to buy or build themselves such a big aircraft? How? Would Katara argue with Aang? I wanna say I'm not sure. I might be wrong. I am most likely wrong. I probably just don't remember the original series where they probably also argued. But here? Would he do that?
I meant that Aang surely yaps all the time about airbenders to Katara, so if there is anyone who would understand that the risk is worth it for Aang, it should be Katara.
Damn, tough! Oh my god, look! Damn, tough! I also don't like that Katara has been used mostly for healing only so far. Yeah, she did that Poseidon thing with ripping the sea in half and just going through, but she's being used mostly for healing, and the same thing was also kinda applied for the sheep too, because that is a healing in a way, it's a metaphor for her healing abilities. Katara is so much more than just a healer. I don't like that. The Zutara joke was funny, yeah. It was funny. Yeah. It's wrong, but it is funny. Ain't no fucking way a bunch of newbies to airbending just beats the prodigies of their elements and Sokka. That's ridiculous, ridiculous! I was also watching Moist Critical's video about the new Avatar and I was reading the comments and one of them was this, and I had not thought about it, but it actually makes so much sense. I know in terms of production it makes sense, you kinda save money without doing extra drawing or whatever, but it doesn't make sense in terms of a plot because Republic City is supposed to be filled with benders and non-benders from all around the world. Surely there are enough of them who are brave enough, who have witnessed Aang and his gang, and that inspires them to be also doing the right thing. So why none of them are standing up to help? Why? The fight at the end was similar to the fight that White Lotus had at the end of book 3. Despite being outnumbered, they kicked every fire soldier's asses. So why did the gang fumble so badly? Maybe it's not right to compare them, White Lotus and the gang, but it's not like the gang is just random fellas out of nowhere. They are the kids who helped, who finished the 100-year war. So how are they being beaten by newbies who are just a couple hours ago learned how to airbend? That makes no sense. I read some comments saying that, oh well, none of them have experience fighting against airbenders. I don't think that's enough an excuse on its own, but even if we're gonna use that as an argument, well, what about Zuko? What about Zuko, who fought for years? Years? I don't know. But he did fight with Aang, didn't he? So he does have the experience. I really wish it was Katara who reminded Aang about his values, because if you do remember the original series, Katara was always there for Aang no matter what, and even when Appa was stolen, it was her who calmed him down when he was in the Avatar state and was about to demolish everything on that desert. So because of that reason, I kind of wish that it was Katara who reminded Aang about his values and made Aang remember that he should not let his anger and his pain take control over him. It also makes sense that it is a symbol of Air Nation, which is reasonable because seeing the logo of Airbenders, you kind of remember what's the culture and what they stand for, the nomads, peace and whatnot. So it makes sense too, but it's just, for me, I would really preferred it more if it was Katara, because she's done that several times throughout the series. I don't understand why Taka died, given the fact that everyone else just lost their powers, but for some reasons Taka also died in addition to that. Surely it wasn't his airbending that kept him alive in that icicle that he was trapped in. So why did he die? Suki and Uncle Iroh deserved only a cameo? Really? Really? Where is the girls, by the way, too? Where is Azula? Where is May? Where is Ty Lee? Why the cabbage merchant gets 2 goddamn scenes, but they get none? Why? It's good to see the girl become Aang's acolyte. It feels like she's the only one who got any character development throughout the movie. Speaking of character development, nay, lack of it. Sokka is used too much as comic relief. Too much. Zuko is so irrelevant that in the titles the voice actor's name is written with wit. Katara's role is reduced to a healer and just basically being support for Aang. And I expected more from Toph's bending. This is supposedly her prime. But all she did was beat a couple of newbies, then got fanned out of scene with a guy who just learned airbending. Basically, because they decided or were told to make the movie last only for 90 minutes, they had to flanderize them. Flanderization is a process where characters' essential traits are oversimplified and exaggerated over a serial work. Sokka is the epitome of it. Instead of getting a brave leader swordsman, we get a joke. At least they didn't forget about his investing. Sokka in Wall Street, yep, sure. His inventing abilities. Avatar say also lost its value. I know that he beats too easily Fire Lord with it, so he kinda had to level up the stakes for us to be invested in the story more, but I'm not sure if it was the perfect way of doing that. He just enters the Avatar state as much as he deserves, which is reasonable. He's more experienced than him, so he should be able to do that. But he doesn't get any better while he's at the state. How can he not get better while he's in the Avatar state? By the way, could Katara try bloodbending? I know it wasn't the full moon, but surely over the years she's gotten better as a bender, so... I guess she didn't really practice bloodbending at all, so... I know I'm mostly complaining, but it's just because the original series are too precious for me. This is why I was so concerned in the beginning for this movie not to make it worse. And to be fair, I guess it didn't make it any worse, but it just didn't make it any better either. It had great moments. The fighting, I really love the fighting. This fast moving, camera moving style of doing these fights, I think suits this universe perfectly. The animation overall was fantastic. That scene with Avatar going through all of the previous lives, bombastic.
I also really like the new Avatar Sonam. The scene with the attempt to escape the falling mountain with his hands as jet engines was fire, pun intended.
The jokes also landed on me quite often. The premise of the plot is also kinda interesting. The Aang thinks that he's the last airbender, he's been struggling with it his whole life, and now he gets to see another airbender and he finally thinks that he's not the last anymore. It's a good premise, it's a good idea. It's just, it was skomkana. They had only 90 minutes to work around, so the pacing feels a bit too off. And the ending, the ending where they turn into some sort of anime characters from like, yo, you're not gonna kill me. Yes, I will. I die. Yes, I won't. No, I did not die. I got only better. No, oh no, I'm gonna die now. Yes, you will die now. Yes, I won this time. No, you did not. Now I got leveled up and I'm gonna beat your ass this time. Oh no. Basically, any anime. Overall, it was alright. I liked it more than I didn't, but it was too naive of me to hope that it would reach the levels of quality that the original series did. I mean, at least it's better than Korra, but anything is better than that shit. It's a bittersweet of taste knowing what could have been, but I guess that's the problem with raising the bar too high. You soar only once. Isn't that right, Icarus?